This could be us, but you play in. I can't stop thinking about up dog. What's up dog? Him, I'm furious. Clover cat. Fatal. Hell. Breakfast. Hey up, can I ask a question? Sure. Why did my wife leave me? Healthy nutritious breakfast. Amazing source of vitamin D and D. What doesn't kill you gives you EXP points. Shaggy memes. AirPod memes. AirPods Shaggy is coming. Oh my god, they have AirPods in. They can't hear us. Oh my god. Who fixes a clock like this? This image is probably the most accurate visual representation of the United States education system. A country boy is just a frat boy with a fish. This is maybe my favorite existing tweet. Every shonen character. I'm 11 and I don't care if I die. I mean, have you ever met an 11-year-old? 11-year-olds have the self-preservation of someone who has met God and wasn't impressed. I'm literally begging you to draw more Kirby. I'm busy eating burgers. Okay, but what if you married whomever was on your phone background? My phone background is the moon. That's rough, buddy. Any advice for this situation? Did you try turning it off and on? Try refreshing it. How am I supposed to refresh it when I'm the one in need of refreshing? Me looking wistfully at the cakes in the grocery store baker's display case. That is not the right picture. Yeah, it is. The Shrek in our swamp. What in the F does my sister think she's doing? God's work. See you around, kid. Piss off ghost. Hey, if a dwarf gets lycanthropy, does it turn into a work corgi? A reasonable question that the DM did not see fit to answer. Moonlight would be just as deadly to vampires as sunlight, because moonlight is just reflected sunlight. Current mood. That picture of Rami Malek holding 2 pens at an autograph signing and looking overwhelmed, you know the one I mean. The Ecstasy of Street Teresa by Gian Lorenzo Bernini 1647-1652. Lindsay Lohan passed out after night of partying 2007. Art. The accuracy is astounding. In this essay I will thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I think I just got whiplash. This is like the text equivalent of when you go to shoot a rubber band off your fingers and it gets caught and stays looped around your thumb. What is your biggest kink ATM? Loving and respecting myself. Also tying my cock in a knot and then just letting that shrip. Whenever I see Gandalf I immediately go I love that old bee. In my head, I wish my subconscious had chosen something more respectful, but I do love that old bee so. My cats are chirping. Better give them some raisins. Best ask yet. No, don't give your cats raisins. That will kill them. Worst ask yet. Peak YouTube humor is non-beauty gurus holding literally anything other than makeup related items in front of the camera the exact same way beauty gurus do. That makes me laugh for 15 minutes straight every single time. This is literally the funniest thing. Cowboy advice. Be rootin'. Be tootin'. And by God be shootin'. But most of all, be kind. I made a cross stitch inspired by this post. Cowboy rules. Be rootin'. Be tootin'. Be shootin'. But most of all be kind. It was a Christmas present for a friend. He loved it. Thanks all. Bilton. I'm far too emotional to be productive. Bilton is a walking mood. Do you have any idea why I called you? Career counseling room. Yamamoto. Those words don't exist. Nopple doppel. Nopple doppel. Wow, big mood. I mean this schmooves like F man. I don't know what the F you just said, but I agree. If you don't watch a series entirely you are not a true fan. If you do watch a series entirely you are not a true fan. You are only a true fan if you are powered by electricity, have multiple flat blades, spin around really fast. I got so mad then laughed so hard. Constratsitons function almost identically to the full 2-word phrase, but are only appropriate in some places in a sentence. It's one of the weird quirks of this language with. This post needs some kind of warning sign. I did not see that coming. Some people say the English language is confusing, to which I say, that's the kind of linguist I'm. Google. How many days since the 1st of January 2000? Count days. 6,969 days. Today is the only day you can reblog this ever. Nice. Chatty, TT. Naan bread, bread. Sharia law, law. Sahara desert, desert. Lake Tahoe, lake. El Camino way, the way. Pendle hill, hill. Soviet Union. Mississippi River, big river. The Los Angeles Angels, the Angels. Hula dance. DC Comics, Detective Comics. Shakara. American flag in the style of a Nordic country. Top comment, only real vexillologists will notice. Why only 49 stars? I'll be deep in the cold ground before I recognize misery. Even the most famous scientists have rough weeks. Charles Darwin, for example. But I'm very poorly today and very stupid and hate everybody and everything. What a goddamn mood. I work in a bar owned by a lord and lady who live in a castle on an island you can only walk to at low tide. Does anyone even know what Imagine Dragons songs are about? The alternate timeline they came from? I assume they are not about anything, but just vaguely inspirational gibberish that you can slap in any commercial you want. Wiping your ass and slapping your nuts. Dodge summer sales event. League of Legends maybe? There should be a rule in America. If you hate immigrants, you don't get to eat immigrant food. No Mexican food. No Caribbean food. No Dominican food. No Asian food. Only potatoes. Actually, potatoes were originally grown in Peru. As a kid who lives in Peru, I can confirm that potatoes are from here and that we have over 1200 varieties of potatoes. Only corn. Natives had corn before us. You gonna be a white supremacist, you gonna eat white food. Sheep guts and boiled bread, my dudes. Tracking the polar vortex. Polar vortex titties. How weird Tumblr hasn't flagged this female presenting vortex yet. Brings a whole new meaning to the phrase, colder than a witch's tit. Truth coming down from the North Pole. To shame climate change deniers. Which boy do you think got enough sleep? The guy on the left, since he shows clear disgust with having his picture taken suddenly without permission. The guy on the right has had so little sleep that his grip on reality and emotions has left. I'm laughing so much. Marie Kondo advises overthrowing governments that no longer bring you joy. Modern day adaptation of Norse mythology Wumblr, the unbreakable ribbon that binds Fenrir is made out of these. Hot tip for removing these easily. Turn them inside out and then pull firmly on the flap. They'll come apart with very little effort. Make your own post. We are trying to imprison an apocalyptic invincible wolf over here. He doesn't have thumbs, he can't use this life hack. We are still good to go. Now you can chew through these things eventually. How a cat looks at you when you turn on the light in a dark room they were sleeping in. Liam. Teenager who just woke up. Got inspired by a line from Fight Club and started consciously listening to people when they talk rather than just waiting for my turn to speak. Immediately people seemed to be friendlier and enjoyed the conversations much more. Turns out just about everybody has something of value to say and they can always tell when you're genuinely listening. What a concept. Scientific breakthrough. Man discovers other half of conversation. Scientists have found a potential mate for the Sahun Kaswata frog who's been alone and single for the last 10 years. They'll be set up on a blind date this Valentine's Day. Romeo, the world's loneliest frog, may have finally found a Juliet to save his species. This is the best news I've heard in ages. Romeo about to catch some cheeks. The scientists. On God we gon' get you some Pusey bro. This woman will put bees in your office. Whoever photoshopped the Dashkin ball pit into this photo from the Free Festival did such a good job that Cosmo magazine put it in its list of things that went wrong at the Free Fest on Snapchat. This image is so cursed it has the aura of realness. Caitlyn. Love the name. I've always loved the name Caitlyn, but hated how popular it was, so when I found out I was having a girl, my husband suggested we replace the Aut with the Roman numeral symbol for 8. Now our daughter is truly unique. Boy. I'm reading a very manly 1950s account of a hunt for El Dorado, but I'm 30 pages in, and the narrator has already described his traveling companion as handsome 4 times, extremely handsome twice, exceedingly handsome once, his voice as quietly husky and a husky whisper, his fingers as long and deft, his body as tall and cat-like, and his eyes as some variation of ice blue. At least 3 times. Just men being dudes, dudes being pals, it's great, this is great. Ever since he had aimed that gun at my throat, I had liked him immensely, and now I liked him even better. Oh my god. I awoke when a beam of light fell across my eyes. George had come into my room carrying a lighted candle. I'm going with you, he said quietly. I can't pay you. He smiled. I thought I was a partner. Oh my god.